Horton's world welcomes you. The snow falls silently. It blankets the world in a pristine white, a seemingly innocent facade. But beneath the surface, ancient tales are whispered on the wind. Stories of light and shadow, of reward and punishment. These are the tales of the Yuletide, where joy and terror dance hand in hand. We know him as Santa Claus, the jolly bearded figure who brings gifts to good children. Yet his story is only half told, for where there is light, there is also shadow. Lurking in the periphery of our festive cheer is another figure. His name is Krampus, and he is the antithesis of everything Santa represents. Yuletide, a time of celebration, of family, of warmth and light in the depths of winter. But long before the twinkling lights and carols, there were older, more primal traditions. Krampus. The name itself sends a shiver down the spine. He is a creature of the night, born of ancient fears and whispered warnings. Depicted as a horned, demonic figure, he is covered in matted fur and carries heavy chains. The arrival of Christianity brought with it new traditions. Saint Nicholas, the benevolent gift-giver, evolved into the figure we know as Santa Claus. But Krampus, the dark shadow of Yule, refused to be forgotten. He lingered in the shadows, his legend kept alive through whispered tales and regional traditions. In some parts of Europe, he remained a vital part of the Christmas season. The juxtaposition of Santa and Krampus presents a fascinating dichotomy. This clash between light and darkness, between reward and punishment, reflects a fundamental duality in human nature. The stories of Santa and Krampus, while seemingly disparate, are two sides of the same coin. They represent the eternal struggle between good and evil, order and chaos that exists within us all. These figures, born of myth and legend, offer a glimpse into the depths of the human psyche. They remind us that life is not simply black and white, but a complex tapestry of light and shadow. We will explore their enduring appeal, their impact on modern society, and the profound questions they raise about human nature. Join us as we journey into the heart of winter, where the lines between myth and reality blur. Centuries before the modern Santa Claus, there was Nicholas. Born in the 3rd century AD in Patara, a town in what is now Turkey, he was known for his piety and generosity from a young age. Orphaned as a child and inheriting a considerable fortune, Nicholas dedicated his life to helping the poor and the sick. Ordained as a bishop in his youth, Nicholas became known for his compassion and his willingness to defend the innocent. Stories of his miracles and good deeds spread far and wide, cementing his reputation as a protector of children and a champion of the downtrodden. One famous legend tells of Nicholas saving 3 poor sisters from being sold into slavery. This act of selfless generosity would become a cornerstone of the Santa Claus legend. After his death on December 6th, which became celebrated as St. Nicholas Day, his fame continued to spread. He became the patron saint of sailors, merchants, and children, his image appearing on icons and in stained glass windows throughout Europe. Churches were built in his honor, and his feast day became a time for gift-giving and charitable acts. During the Middle Ages, the tradition of gift-giving on St. Nicholas Day became increasingly popular, particularly in the Netherlands and Germany. Children would leave their shoes out on the eve of December 6th, hoping to find them filled with treats and small gifts from the benevolent saint. These blended traditions contributed to the evolving image of a gift-giving figure who traveled by air. In the Netherlands, St. Nicholas became Sinterklaas, arriving by boat from Spain with his helper, Zwarte Piet. They delivered gifts to good children and warnings to those who misbehaved. Dutch settlers brought Sinterklaas to New Amsterdam in the 17th century. Sinterklaas became Santa Claus, evolving from a religious figure to a secular character. Clement Clarke Moore's poem cemented the modern Santa Claus. The image of Santa Claus as we know him today, with his red suit trimmed with white fur, was popularized in the late 19th and early 20th centuries through illustrations in magazines and advertising. The Coca-Cola Company's use of Santa Claus in their holiday advertising campaigns, beginning in the 1930s, further solidified this image in the public consciousness. Though his appearance and the manner of his gift-giving have undergone significant transformations over the centuries, the essence of Santa Claus remains rooted in the legacy of Saint Nicholas. He embodies the spirit of generosity, compassion, and the magic of belief that continues to captivate the hearts and imaginations of people around the world. But while Santa's evolution into a symbol of light and joy was well underway, a darker figure from his past remained lurking in the shadows. The story of Santa Claus is incomplete without acknowledging the chilling presence of his ancient counterpart, Krampus. High in the alpine regions of Europe, where snow-capped peaks pierce the sky and dense forests cloak the land in perpetual twilight, the legend of Krampus took root. Born of pagan folklore that predates Christianity, Krampus embodies the untamed wildness of nature and the primal fear of the unknown. He is a creature of stark contrasts, a grotesque mockery of his benevolent counterpart. While Santa Claus is depicted as plump and jolly, Krampus is gaunt and terrifying. His skin is the color of charred wood, stretched taut over a skeletal frame. Two twisted horns, like those of a mountain goat, protrude from his head, and his eyes burn with malevolent glee. Unlike Santa's warm smile, Krampus bares his teeth in a savage grin, revealing a long, pointed tongue that lashes out like a serpent's. In some versions of the Krampus legend, he is not merely a solitary boogeyman, but a member of a larger, more sinister force. He is said to be one of several demonic companions accompanying Perchta, a powerful goddess figure from alpine folklore who roams the countryside during the 12 days of Christmas. Perchta, both beautiful and terrifying, is a bringer of both blessings and curses. She rewards those who honor the old ways and uphold traditions, while those who stray from her favor face her wrath. Krampus, as her enforcer, carries out her punishments with brutal efficiency. The relationship between Krampus and Santa Claus varies across different regions and interpretations. Krampus is rarely seen without his tools of terror. The heavy chains he drags behind him are said to bind the naughty children he captures, dragging them back to his lair deep within the mountains. The birch branches he carries are not merely for show. They are used to whip disobedient children, leaving behind painful welts as a reminder of their transgressions. But perhaps the most frightening aspect of Krampus is his sack. While Santa Claus carries a sack overflowing with toys and treats, Krampus's sack is said to be bottomless, a gaping maw that swallows up naughty children whole. In certain alpine regions of Austria, Germany, and Hungary, the legend of Krampus is more than just a scary story told to frighten children. It is a living tradition. On December 5th, the eve of St. Nicholas Day, the festival of Krampusnacht is celebrated with a mixture of fear and revelry. During Krampusnacht, young men, and increasingly women, dress up as Krampus, donning elaborate hand-carved wooden masks and suits made of sheepskin or furs. These Krampus figures, known as Krampusse in the plural, roam the streets, chasing away evil spirits and playfully terrorizing onlookers. The atmosphere during Krampusnacht is one of controlled chaos. The Krampusse run through the streets, ringing cowbells and cracking whips, their terrifying masks illuminated by the flickering light of torches. The eternal struggle between Santa Claus and Krampus is not waged on a battlefield of flesh and blood, but in the hearts and minds of humanity. It is a battle for souls, a clash between opposing forces that have shaped human civilization since the dawn of time. Santa Claus, the embodiment of light, generosity, and unconditional love, represents the best of what humanity can be. He encourages selflessness, compassion, and the pursuit of joy, reminding us of the inherent goodness that resides within us all. Krampus, the harbinger of darkness, fear, and retribution, embodies our deepest fears and the consequences of our darkest impulses. He is a stark reminder that actions have consequences, that every choice we make has the potential to tip the scales towards good or evil. The battle between Santa Claus and Krampus plays out on a cosmic scale, their domains representing polar opposites in the human experience. Santa Claus makes his home at the North Pole, a magical realm of ice and snow, where elves toil tirelessly to create toys and reindeer soar through the night sky. The North Pole is a place of wonder and innocence, a testament to the power of imagination and the boundless potential of the human spirit. Krampus, in stark contrast, hails from the Underworld, a subterranean realm of fire and shadow, where the damned are punished for their sins. His lair is said to be a cavernous labyrinth filled with the screams of the tormented, a place of eternal suffering and despair. The Underworld represents the darkest recesses of the human psyche, the consequences of our worst impulses, and the price we pay for succumbing to our baser instincts. Gifts and punishments. Santa Claus rewards good behavior with gifts, symbols of hope and joy. Each present represents appreciation for kindness and generosity. Krampus, on the other hand, deals in swift and brutal punishments. For the naughty, he reserves terrifying torments, each more dreadful than the last. When legends collide. Though their methods and motivations differ greatly, the legends of Santa Claus and Krampus are forever intertwined. They represent two sides of the same coin, the eternal struggle between light and darkness, good and evil, order and chaos. In some cultures, their roles are not seen as mutually exclusive, but rather complementary. Santa Claus rewards the good, while Krampus punishes the bad, their combined efforts maintaining a delicate balance in the universe. In other interpretations, their relationship is more adversarial, their eternal struggle a reflection of the conflict between our better angels and our darkest impulses. Whether they are seen as partners or rivals, their legends serve as powerful reminders of the complexities of human nature. The enduring appeal of both Santa Claus and Krampus lies in their ability to tap into our deepest fears and aspirations. They represent the duality of human experience, the constant struggle between our capacity for both great love and unspeakable cruelty. A world in the balance. The battle between Santa Claus and Krampus rages within us every day. Every choice we make tips the scales. Will we choose kindness and compassion, or succumb to selfishness and greed? The answer lies within us. Legends remind us of the consequences of our choices. The world is a tapestry of light and shadow. The legend of Krampus, deeply rooted in pre-Christian Alpine folklore, faced suppression with the rise of Christianity. Seen as a pagan symbol, Krampus became a target of church authorities. Attempts were made to banish Krampus, his image condemned as demonic. Church leaders promoted St. Nicholas as the sole bringer of gifts. Despite these efforts, the Krampus tradition proved resilient. In rural communities, Krampus continued to be celebrated. While Krampus faced suppression, Santa Claus evolved from a niche tradition to a global icon embraced by millions. This transformation was driven by religious syncretism, cultural exchange, and mass media. Merging St. Nicholas with figures like Odin and Sinterklaas created a universal figure. Mass media in the 19th and 20th centuries solidified Santa Claus's image. Advertising campaigns by companies like Coca-Cola standardized Santa Claus's depiction. Despite commercialization, Santa Claus embodies generosity, kindness, and the magic of belief. The enduring fascination with Santa Claus and Krampus speaks to our attraction to duality. We are drawn to stories exploring light and darkness, good and evil. Santa Claus and Krampus represent two sides of the same coin. They embody the spectrum of human behavior. This tension creates a compelling narrative. In recent years, the legends of Santa Claus and Krampus have experienced a resurgence in popular culture, inspiring a wide range of interpretations across film, television, literature, and art. Their stories have been reimagined for modern audiences. Krampus has emerged as a figure of fascination and dark humor. Movies and shows explore the darker aspects of his legend, Santa Claus, while maintaining his status as a beloved icon, has also been reinterpreted as an action hero. These modern interpretations show the enduring power of these ancient figures. The stories of Santa Claus and Krampus intertwine to paint a complex portrait of the human experience. They represent the eternal dance between light and shadow, our better angels and primal instincts. Santa Claus embodies hope and the inherent goodness within humanity. He encourages kindness, selflessness, and belief in the magic of the human spirit. Krampus, a reminder of unchecked greed and selfishness, emerges from the shadows. He embodies fear, warning us of the darkness and chaos within us all. Beyond good and evil. To view Santa Claus and Krampus solely as representatives of good and evil, however, is to oversimplify the profound message embedded within their intertwined narratives. They are not simply two-dimensional figures locked in a cosmic battle, but multifaceted reflections of the complexities and contradictions inherent in the human experience. We are all capable of great love and unspeakable cruelty. We are driven by both altruism and self-preservation, by the desire to create and the instinct to destroy. The stories of Santa Claus and Krampus serve as constant reminders of this duality, urging us to acknowledge both the light and shadow within ourselves and to strive for balance in a world often defined by extremes. The power of belief, the weight of tradition. The enduring appeal of Santa Claus and Krampus lies in their ability to tap into the power of belief and the weight of tradition. These figures have become integral parts of the cultural tapestry, shaping our perceptions of the holiday season. The belief in Santa Claus fosters a sense of wonder, encouraging acts of kindness, and the anticipation of reward for good behavior. Krampus serves as a reminder of the consequences of straying from established norms. He highlights the importance of honoring the balance between indulgence and restraint. A chilling reminder. As the snow falls silently and the glow of holiday lights illuminates the darkest nights of the year, remember that the stories of Santa Claus and Krampus are more than just whimsical tales. Embrace the spirit of generosity and kindness embodied by Santa Claus, but do not shy away from the chilling reminder offered by Krampus. The true magic of the holiday season lies not in the gifts we receive, but in the choices we make and the legacy we leave behind. The choice is yours. The snow continues to fall, blanketing the world in a serene silence. The stories we've explored, the ancient echoes of light and shadow, linger. They linger in the flicker of the fireplace, in the rustle of a winter wind, in the quiet spaces between carols and laughter. The choice is not as simple as good versus evil. It's about recognizing the duality within ourselves, the capacity for both incredible kindness and chilling darkness. Unmasking the darkness. We invite you to share your thoughts. Have you ever felt the presence of both Santa and Krampus in your own life? How have their stories shaped your understanding of the holiday season? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Share your own experiences, interpretations, or even family traditions that relate to these fascinating figures. And if you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of Yuletide mythology, be sure to subscribe for more explorations of the strange, the wondrous, and the enduring power of stories. Remember, whether you leave out milk and cookies or cower beneath the covers, the true magic of the season lies in embracing the full spectrum of the human experience, from the shadows to the light and everything in between. Happy holidays, and may your days be merry and bright, or at least not overrun by mischievous creatures with chains and a penchant for birch branch discipline. The choice is ours to succumb to fear or embrace our own agency. And above all, respect the journey. There's more to Santa than meets the eye, and a profound appreciation for the precious and fleeting gift of life. The Krampus can never erase the impact of a life lived with intention and love. Whether ultimately product of our collective imagination or something entirely unexpected, the journey itself is a testament to the power of human curiosity, the importance of scientific inquiry, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Yet, they also represent strength, wisdom, and the potential for transformation. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of Santa and Krampus. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Horton's World for more explorations into the world's most fascinating myths and legends. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What other mythical creatures or legends would you like us to explore next? Share your ideas, and let's keep the flame of mystery burning bright. And as always, stay curious.